case scenario would look 26 for the Senate elections. Starting out with the likely Republican states, we have South Carolina in the likely Republican column, as well as, actually, I think that will be the only state in the likely red. Next up, we'll go to likely blue. We've got Minnesota, New Hampshire in the likely blue column. These two states have generally voted blue in the majority of instances, Minnesota more so. But I think that these two states would go to the Democrats by a likely margin in a best case scenario situation, 45 to 44. Next up, we're going to go to the lean red. I think there would be a few in this category, starting out with Florida. Generally, this state is in the likely red column, but in this situation, hypothetical, best case scenario for Democrats, I think it would go in the lean red. Next up, we have Montana. Going to do the same rating there. Interestingly enough, well, both Montana and Florida have had Democratic senators in fairly recent history. Florida and Montana have gone further to the right and haven't elected a Democrat to the Senate in a while, quite a few years. Last time, the Democrat in Montana lost his reelection bid in 2024, and that was the last time either of these two states had a Democratic senator. But that's going to be the call there in Montana. And then I think that will be the end of the lean red. We'll get to the lean blue now. We have a couple states in this category. Maine, this is going to be the first flip of the prediction. This seat is currently held by a Republican, Susan Collins. She is up for a tough re-election. She's fended off some notable Democrats in the past, so I think she has a chance. But I think the most likely situation this November is that the seat flips blue. So that's going to be the call there in Maine. Next up, we have the state of Michigan. This state, I think, could go by a lean margin in a Democrat's best case scenario. Fairly more confident in calling Georgia in the lean blue than Michigan, but I think Georgia and North Carolina would end up in the lean blue column. So that brings Democrats to 49 seats, to Republicans 46. The rest of these, well, actually, I think there'll be one more in the tilt blue. I think Ohio would end up being in tilt blue, and Texas, honestly, I think is most certainly going to go to the Republican, but I think in a Democrat best case scenario, I think that would be the map there in Texas. And then next up we have Iowa and Nebraska. Nebraska, a Democrat actually isn't running for this race. Generally, Nebraska is safe red. So the fact that the independent Dan Osborne can narrow it from safe to tilt is a very impressive feat, and I think would be the call there in Nebraska. And then we have the state of Iowa. I actually might feel more confident in calling Ohio in the lean blue with Iowa in the tilt blue. That's 52 to 47. And then lastly, we have the state of Alaska. I think Democrats will win this by a tilt margin for my actual prediction. But for a Democrats' best case scenario, I think it would be the 53rd Senate seat for Democrats to hold and pick up with a couple flips. We have a flip in Alaska, Maine, and North Carolina, flipping each of those from red to blue. Republicans didn't pick up any seats in this Democrats' best case scenario prediction, which makes sense. But that is going to be the call there, 53 to 47. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.